Shalom, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Great millstone who teach and root well, taught me this truth. Shalom to the elect, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth. First and foremost, the 144,000. Lord willing, we be at that number. It's your brother Obadiah Yaquanah coming at you with a quick lesson, and Lord willing, it's edifying. Spirit hit me about this ego thing, man. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that word ego, because I did a lesson on this before, but it's just on my spirit, man. And the spirit it just keeps coming back. And obviously it's for me, but Lord willing, it could be for other brother. And just in general, just dealing in this walk, man. Because what am I trying? The truth is going to tap that ego, man. It's going to deal with that ego, man. That little boy. That's laden with all of the philosophies of America, which is Babylon the Great. And it's not just adultery and murder and these big heavy things. America, Babylon the Great pushes a lot of I, me, selfism type stuff, man. And when you come into this truth, you come into a brotherhood, man. It's a union of like-minded individuals that become your brothers, man. And every now and then, because you want a little bit of power, or you want a little bit of, that old man, that little boy wants to peek his head out, and play. But I'm gonna get this word ego on the Edom Online. It says, by 1707 in metaphysics, quote, the self, that which feels, acts, or thinks. From Latin, ego, quote, I. So, man, I was looking something up. I forgot what it was. I think at a certain period in time, I had to dig into it a little deeper. I don't want to just flub it over the, but just a long story short, I think a certain period of time, I want to say like the 1500s, maybe the 1600s, maybe about the 1500s or so. I think the late 1500s, religion and science kind of started having a little friction. And that was the time, I think, maybe either at the end of the Renaissance or somewhere in the Renaissance. Lord willing, I'll post all the info in the post. But you can look at, like, there was a microscope. And I want to say that has something to do with looking into yourself, man. Having the whole world, especially Esau, explain away spiritual things by his so-called science. The microscope was invented. I think it was more powerful. The telescope was even more powerful. And so they use these types of tools to further this so-called science, this explanation of everything. No, man, that's not the Lord. It's because of this. It's because of that. It's because of this. It's because of that. You know, the scriptures speak of science so-called. Let's grab that real quick. All right. This is 1 Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babblings. And what's committed to our trust is these laws, the statutes, the commandments, the understanding of the scriptures, man. Keep it. Hold it. You know, because this is the real. This is what's really real, you know. Not that, the moon is a big rock in the heavens that reflects the rays of the sun back to us, and that's how it gives light. You know, these things are fables, man. You know, cunningly devised fables, as the scriptures say, science so-called. You know, it says, avoiding profane and vain babblings. Right. Esau likes to just babble on, man. And he supports it through his pride. He'll babble on about some shit. I saw something with this guy, Trevor Noah. If you get a chance, take a look at it. You know, he's definitely a Jake, man. But, it might be his latest stand-up in Netflix. And he goes in on Esau and how he pretty much he pushes everything through his pride, man. Very, very good stand-up routine, man. I highly suggest it to any brother. But it's so true, man. You know, as the scriptures say, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. O Edom, you know, this so-called white man. His heart is just full of pride, man. You know, to put it simply. You know, and so he supports his vain and profane babblings really through his self-assuredness, his pride. So a lot of our people eat it up. You can see it with Vocab Malone. He just did, the elder Apostle Tahar just did or maybe it was Elder Yashawamba did a lesson on Vocab Malone. I think both of them did a lesson on both Vocab Malone, but I think this one in particular is with Elder Yashawamba speaking on vocab, trying to basically preach to some kind of congregation. I don't know who he's talking to, but some kind of congregation that Edom is basically no more. It's a